You're now listening to Positive Minds Only Podcast. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kenneth, and we back with another episode of Positive Minds Only Podcast. And yes, today we're finally recording for YouTube. I've been wondering when was I gonna finally put this podcast episode on YouTube, because I don't want only people to hear it. I actually want people to also see me as well, because I don't know. I like to be seen and heard. I don't want to be that person who just has no face on the internet, or not saying I don't have any face on the internet, but just I would rather people see me while I'm doing my job, so y'all can see like all of this is coming off the top of my head. Like all I got is my laptop, which I'm recording from, and my camera. So, but today's episode, we're going to be talking about meditation. And not this type of medication. This is not even weed, so don't worry for anybody out there who thinking, oh, Kenneth's smoking weed, I can't listen to him. No, this is just CBD. It has the same benefits as THC, but it doesn't get you high. You can pass a drug test, and don't worry about me. I'm not even taking no drug test no time soon anyways, because I don't work a 9 to 5. I actually work from home, so I can basically do what I want, but I'm not smoking THC on camera or just for YouTube purposes, because I don't want to get flagged for no reason, especially with my first podcast being on YouTube. But not my first podcast, this is not even the first episode. This is like episode total 22, but this is gonna be this is episode 8. Meditation is a must. I got some notes in front of me. Y'all can't see it because it's on my laptop, but it's just things that I wrote down to give me pointers. I'll be covering the benefits of meditation, different types of meditation, why I started meditating, how has it helped me, what have I learned from it, so on and so on. But because I realized growing up, a lot of people told me, Kenneth, meditate. And me, I knew what meditation was because I always see it on TV. You know how you see the monks and they're always meditating? And that's what I thought it was. Like straight off the back, I just thought it was you sitting down, being quiet, or trying to get your mind to be quiet. I didn't know how to meditate. I just went off basically what I seen on TV, and every time I tried, it didn't work. Because you have to, you gotta know what you're doing. Like, you just can't try to meditate and think it's gonna work for you. You gotta actually figure it out. What's the reason you're meditating for? Like, if you just meditating just because you think it's cool, then it's not gonna work for you. I had to learn that myself. I actually started meditating last year. It's been a full year now since I've been meditating daily. And for my first meditation I had, it was a guided meditation. And a guided meditation is you listen to, it's on YouTube. You can just type in guided meditation. You listen to it, you lay down, sit down, whatever, just don't drive and do it. But it was a guided meditation. It was to help unblock like the blockages in any subconscious blocks that I didn't know or I didn't see. Like, it was to help me to manifest it. Basically, that's what I was doing when I first started meditating. I was just trying to manifest, and by using the law of attraction, and things wasn't happening for me. And I was wondering, I'm like, damn, I'm doing all the law of attraction tricks. I'm watching all the videos, nothing's working. Even though I would manifest a little bit, it wasn't really what I wanted. So I'm like, damn, what is it? Why can't I manifest like I want to? And I realized it was because I had blockage. It was things that happened to me in my past that I was still holding on to, basically. And I didn't know I was holding on to it. Like, things that happened to me as a kid, I was holding on. Like, people don't realize if something happened to you as a kid. Basically, if you was to get locked in the closet by your mom or your brother, it'll affect you to this day, even only if it happened once to you as a kid. That's why most people like scared of tight places, or they don't like being in elevators, is because when they was a kid, they was probably locked in the closet just playing around, and it affected them deeply. Like, that's a blockage right there. It's easy. Any phobia we have, it stems from something that happened to us either when we was a child or from our past life. So me, I was doing everything. I'm like, damn, why can't I manifest? And I came across this I don't know what I was listening to, but no, I know what I was listening to. It was either Napoleon Hill or Earl Nightingale. And it was saying not all successful people, but most successful people meditate. And I'm like, okay, every time I tried to meditate, it didn't work because my mind is just always going. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finally try to meditate. And I clicked on YouTube. It was this guided meditation to clear blockages. And that first meditation I did, it was me and my wife, Angel. As a matter of fact, we was living with CJ at the time. We was in a guest house. And I was like, it worked. It basically worked. I'm not gonna say I have felt a complete change, but I knew it worked because the feeling that I had after I meditated, and it was only like a 10 to 15 minute meditation. It wasn't nothing too extreme like monks do or Buddhists, whoever. Like most of those, they meditate 24 hours, not 24 hours out the day, but they meditate most of their day. And I'm like, at first, that's what I was thinking you had to do. But I was completely off. Like, it's all about staying focused, setting your intentions. Like, when you meditate, you're supposed to set your intentions to what's the reason you're meditating. It's just like when you go into prayer, you don't just pray. You don't just talk to God. You go talk to God for a reason. So that's what meditation is. Once you set your intentions on why you're in meditation, that's when you can see the results of the meditation. But mine's, like I said, I was trying to clear blockages because I wasn't able to manifest everything that I wanted. And it was because I wasn't doing things the right way. And my first meditation, like I said, it was to clear my blockages. And one of the blockages I had was basically when I was a kid. I told you about this in the first season of this podcast. But when I was a kid, I was actually like molested as a kid, not by no dude or nothing. It was an older chick. It was my grandmother's best friend daughter. Like, she used to. I'm not gonna put her name out there because I already confronted her about it. I didn't get the reaction I wanted when I had asked her why she didn't know what I told her I forgave her, and she like, why you bring that up? I'm like, well, I was a kid. I was like 2 or 3 years old, and you did this to me. So your reaction shouldn't be, why is you bringing this up? You should have been just saying, I'm sorry, like, I apologize, but that wasn't the reaction I got. And I was okay with that because I just got it off my chest at the end of the day. That's what it was all about. It wasn't about me trying to confront her to make her feel bad. It was because when I was meditating, there was a blockage that was blocking me from manifesting. It's simple things like that. Well, that's not a simple thing because that's really big, but that was one of the things that was blocking me. So when I confronted her, like I said, she hit me with the, like, why you bringing that up? Like, that was years ago. But people don't understand how that still affects you to this day. Like, just because that happened to me as a kid, that affected my whole life. As far as how I dealt with women, as far as like trust issues, all of that, because it wasn't just her who helped bring harm to me, not harm, but who helped hurt me. Because it was my mom. I'm not saying my mom molested me. My mom wasn't in my life. That was a blockage because I couldn't trust women, because every time my mom would come, she'd leave out of nowhere, and I wouldn't see her or talk to her for years. So I was feeling some type of way about that, and I had to realize that was a blockage. I had to realize the way I grew up, in the house I grew up, it was a whole lot of things that stopped me from being the person who I needed to be, because my grandma or my Gigi would not say. I'm not trying to brag. To talk down on these people. It's just me. Y'all know how I am. I always be honest on my podcast because somebody else probably went through this. I know I'm not the only person who's been through something like this. But when I started meditating, like, I was seeing results, and even though nobody knew what I was doing, and they don't know the reason I was doing it. I was doing it to clear blockages. Like, I wasn't trying to hold on to like these things that happened to me as a child. I was holding on to that for years already. So I'm like, man, let me let go of this. Let me confront everybody who's done me wrong. And everybody who's done me wrong, they turned their back on me basically. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is what it was meant to be, like that. So it helped me at the end of the day. That first meditation, I'm not gonna say it was the first meditation, because I was, from the day I finally learned how to meditate, I was meditating every day, every single day, bro. And like I said, I still meditate to this day. I meditate every morning when I wake up. You know, I'm kind of bad because I get on social media, but that's everybody. But I still meditate, and meditation don't only help clear blockages. Like, it's not only for that. It also, I get downloads, and what a download is, like, I get messages from the universe when you meditate. You can set your intentions to get information that I need. You also can meditate to connect with your higher self. What your higher self is, that's you in the future. Basically, is, how can I explain this without losing anybody? But your higher self is, he or she knows everything you're going to go through. They know everything. It's yourself basically, because time is an illusion basically. Space and time, all of that is, I can't get into it because I'm not what's the word? It'll come to me. But I haven't got all that knowledge yet, but space and time, all that is not what we think. It's not just the time on the clock. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like some outer space shit. Like, I can't even, that's crazy. I can't even say what I want to say because I haven't even came up with the words yet, but I should have meditated before I did this podcast. I usually do, but I was just trying to rush because I was putting it on YouTube. But like I said, your higher self knows everything. It knows what's going to happen. It knows how you're going to die. It knows who you're going to be in your next life. It knows about your past life. It's just, you just have to connect with your higher self. And there's meditations on YouTube for this. It's meditations on your 7 chakras. You don't know what your 7 chakras is? Well, it starts from your root chakra. That's the base of your spine. Then it's your sacral chakra, which is below your navel. Then it's your solar plexus, which is right under your rib cage. Then it's your heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, and crown chakra. I have to align all that because, like, before I started meditating, I didn't know none of this, and I just started studying. I just started learning. And lo and behold, once I started meditating, everything started making a lot more sense. Everything became a lot more clear, and it was helping me. And like I said, the world was crashing down because I was confronting everybody who did me wrong. At this time I was meditating, I was like confronting like anything that happened to me in my past. I was bringing it up to the people who did me wrong. And like I said, most people were like, Kenneth, where you coming with this from? Like, why is you bringing this up? Like, you ain't never said nothing before. But they didn't know that I was trying to manifest, and I wasn't able to manifest because of things that happened to me in my past. So that was my reason of doing that. And most of these people I haven't talked to in a minute, like months or a year. Like, I ain't gonna say years because this only happened last year, but for months I haven't talked to some people because of what I said and how it made them feel. They probably was like, damn, I can't be around him because he basically, the lady who molested me, like, she blocked me soon as I messaged her. Like, and it wasn't, she didn't even deny it. That's the whole thing. When she had said, why did you bring this up? So I'm like, okay, so you knew, like, I didn't just make this up in my head, basically. And when she said that, I'm like, okay, I realized people don't like confronting what they did in the past, whether they hurt somebody or not. They don't like to bring up the dirt that they did, but they'll bring the dirt up on what you did quick. Like, I'm not the only person, but like I said, I wasn't trying to put nobody out there or nothing. I was just trying to clear these blockages up, and it helped. Also, meditation helps with connecting with your intuition. A lot of y'all know what your intuition is, that gut feeling. Like, a lot of people don't go with their gut feeling because they don't know that's their intuition, or they usually say, man, I should have did this, but I knew it but I didn't, because you didn't follow your intuition. But it helps with intuition. It helps with getting download information from the universe, from your ancestors. This is meditation is how I connect with my ancestors. It's how I communicate with them. And we all can do it. It's not just special people who can meditate. It's all about setting your intention. This is all about being still. It's all about breathing. This, what helped me was paying attention to my breathing instead of my mind going everywhere and me not being able to keep my mind quiet. I will basically just pay attention to my breath, like taking deep breaths. Or like I said, I will listen to the guided meditation. And when you listen to a guided meditation, it's someone who's guiding you on your meditation. So it's easy for your mind not to go somewhere else when you're meditating. When you listen to a guided meditation, because it's like you're listening to somebody else. But even when you don't listen to a guided meditation, even when you're just laying down or you're sitting down meditating, it's all you have to do is just focus on one thing. And every time your mind goes somewhere else, that's just showing you how your mind play tricks on you. It's how your mind don't stay focused. But it's not for you to get mad about that. It's only for you to realize that your mind is running, and then get back on track to what you was meditating for. But I started meditating last year in, like, I think it was June or July. And like I said, I felt immediate changes in me. And I've been doing it every single day. Like, I don't miss a day with meditating. And I encourage everybody to try to meditate at least once. At least listen to the guided meditation. Don't try to do it on your own, because if you try to do it on your own, it'll never work, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Me, in the beginning, like years before, like, because I'm pretty sure we all tried to meditate. We all sat in that Indian seat stance, and we tried to meditate, and we did like the hum stuff. I would do that, and I'd just be kidding, and it'd never work. But once I realized what I was doing, then it became more easier. It became more natural. Now I'm able to meditate when I'm walking, when I'm standing up, because all that it is being centered. It's deep breaths. That's what I do. Like, I take 3 deep breaths when a situation comes up that I don't know how to. If I get mad about something and I know I get mad, I'll just take a deep breath, 3 deep breaths, and it helps calm me down. It helps me. It grounds me. And usually that's all we need, is to take a deep breath, a deep conscious breath. 3 of them. That's what I do all the time, basically every day. And it'll definitely help you. It'll definitely give you, if you seek a person who seeks knowledge, meditation is something you definitely need in your life. If you want to become rich or successful, meditation, you definitely need meditation in your life. And I understood that because, like I said, I was listening to all these rich, successful people, and one of the things they was doing was meditating. So I'm like, okay, if I want to be successful and rich, I need to learn how to meditate. And if I want to if I want to manifest everything that I want, I gotta clear these blockages. And I've been doing that ever since, and it's been working for me. Like, it'll work for everybody else if you try. If you really put your mind to it, to stop doing stuff, and you really not in it to do. Let me not say that. If meditate, that's all I can say. Like I said, I should have meditated before I did this podcast. I usually do, but this is my first time doing this podcast on YouTube, so I was rushing. I ain't even set up everything. I ain't even got my mic yet. I got my mic, but I didn't even bring it out because I was rushing. And I'm like, I don't want my baby Thina to wake up and come in here and then interrupt my podcast. So, what else can I talk about? The different types of meditation. Like I said, there's different types of meditation where you got the guided meditation, you got the chakra balance meditation, you got meditations if you want to be successful. They have they have a meditation for basically everything. Another thing, a benefit from meditating was it heightened my psychic senses, basically my psychic abilities. We all have them, so it's not just me. it's just like once you start meditating in the different type of meditations, like it helps unlock the gifts that we all have. Like dealing with my third eye, that's what took me on a spiritual journey because I was meditating. And I did this third eye awakening meditation. And once I did that, that's when I seen the world differently. I started looking at things different. And I didn't understand it at first, but once I got in like the middle of my journey, I'm like, oh shit, it's because I was meditating that all of this is happening. And like I said, meditation is like a daily thing for me. I pray, but I don't really pray that much because I meditate and it's basically the same thing, except like I'm not talking to God. It's just me setting my intentions on what I want or what I want to accomplish out the day. And every day it works. Like it also gives you some type of like this, it helps release DMT. If you don't know what DMT is, I suggest you research that because I'm not about to explain it. I don't have too much information on that. I don't like speaking on things that I'm not aware of, so I like only speaking on things that I know or experience firsthand. But meditation helps with all of that. If you have problems smoking cigarettes or marijuana, I was dependent on marijuana. That's why I'm smoking CBD right now, because I was spending so much money on weed and I didn't need to. So I'm like, okay, meditation helped me with that. I'm able, at first, if I try to stop smoking weed, I can't sleep. I get angry quick, and whatever negative things come from when you stop smoking weed, like basically I would have that. And I was like, damn, why can't I just be normal if I don't smoke weed? And then CBD popped up and I'm like, okay, this helps, but it's not the same thing as weed, but it helps a whole lot. And it basically does the same thing, but CBD, I'll be honest, like it don't help me sleep. It relaxes me. It helps me creatively, but it don't help me sleep like weed do. Or what else? I don't mean to be talking about CBD, but that's because I'm smoking it. And I'm like, I'm not against weed. I love weed. It's just right now I've realized that I was being very dependent on weed. Like I was smoking weed 24/7. I don't have a 9 to 5, and I just stay at home basically. And I realized I was smoking too much weed. I can't be smoking weed when I'm very successful and I'm dealing with a whole bunch of people, because I don't want people doing the exact thing that I'm doing, because I'm not a perfect person. I never claim to be yes I do. That's my nickname. It's Mr. Perfect, but that's a different story. But I don't want people following my footsteps when I know I'm not the perfect person that they should be following. A lot of people try to follow people because they think they're successful, but it don't work like that, because you don't know what that person is dealing with on the inside or on the outside looking in. I was having a conversation yesterday with my homeboy James Coley. And this was like the first conversation we had, and I've known him since elementary, basically. Like, but damn, I forgot what I was talking about. That's crazy. That's why I need weed in my life, because I be forgetting what I'm saying. But we had a awesome conversation, and I seen where his mindset at. I'm like, damn, we was basically the same person. Like in our same situation. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Looking on the outside, looking in, like how I thought his family was dope, because growing up, like his auntie would give my grandma clothes for us, and we would be wearing hand-me-downs. Nobody knew we was wearing hand-me-downs. He didn't even know we was wearing hand-me-downs. We was wearing his cousin's clothes, and he was thinking that we was like this. We had everything. We didn't. Like I told him, like, damn, I didn't get my first pair of Jordans until I was like 12 years old. And nope, I wasn't even 12 yet. I was 11. It was February 2002. The fucking retro, not the retro, they wasn't even retros. They was Jordan 17s came out, and my grandma bought them for me. Not the one I lived with, but my other one. And like that was my only pair of Jordans that I had throughout the school till I was like in high school, because my grandma, she wasn't into buying us all these name brand fashions. Like we was shopping at the thrift store and Goodwill, but on the outside looking in, it will always seem like we had everything because we always had people coming over, spending the night. We had friends, like we lived a nice lifestyle. We was always traveling, but when we was looking at other people who had jerseys, shoes, and all that, we was like feeling bad, like damn, I wish I had that. But I know people looking at us like we had everything. So it's like it's good that, I mean, it's not good to basically judge from the outside, especially when you don't know facts. I'm not saying anything was wrong with the conversation with me and James. I'm not saying he was doing anything like judging, because like I said, I was thinking him and his family was lit, but he was like, man, I was looking like y'all, like damn, I want to be like. Nah, he ain't say that. Let me not put words in his mouth. But he was saying like, I was thinking y'all was the shit, and I'm like, damn, I was looking at y'all like, damn, y'all the ones who we getting close from your family, but nobody knew that. We just kept everybody just, I guess we kept that smile going. Like I realized that affected me as a kid because we would make things look good. Like we'll always have a smile. Well, me, I will always have a smile on my face no matter what I was going through. It was because my grandma and Gigi told me like, don't have our business out there. Like don't let people know what you're going through. They didn't say that, but it was a thing when we would go out as a family with my grandma and Gigi, and everybody would always say, oh, that's a nice family. But in the back of my head, I'm like, you just don't know. Like, what the fuck? We go through hell every day. But we will always keep up that facade, just like we do on social media. How you think that somebody's living this lavish lifestyle because of the pictures they post on social media, and it's nothing like that. Like, these people are probably struggling, but the way they show themselves on social media, it would seem like they got everything that you want. But in reality, that's why I don't look at rappers or I don't look at entertainers, because I know deep down that's not the life that they're living in. That's only a facade. That's only entertainment. It's only fucking social media, basically. And I have to realize that, like, if you don't have pure facts, like, don't even put your 2 cents in anything. Don't even, if what was the message I got yesterday? Hold on, I wrote it down on my notes. Like I said, I write everything down on my notes. But it was saying, don't concern yourself with other people. Like, that was one of the messages I got yesterday. It was like, don't concern yourself with other people. Like, getting in other people's businesses, especially when you don't have proven facts. This happened to me just the other fucking week. Not the other week, the other day. I was watching my brother YouTube channel, and when he got his house, I'm like, damn, he got another mansion, and I'm still trying to manifest my shit. Like, my shit ain't coming. But then he has a video, and he like, damn, I hate this shit. Like, all this shit is not what you think it is. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, that was really the case. Like, I was really feeling some type of way because he was manifesting shit, but on the inside, he like, damn, I don't even want this shit. So I'm like, we just gotta focus on ourselves. That's why I meditate. That's why I do the things that I do. So when I do get that, like, I can tell y'all what's going on. Like, that's why my podcast is so personal to me. Like, because I want people to understand, like, what it really takes to be successful. I want people to know, like, the steps you gotta take. I don't want y'all to just be looking at me like, oh shit, all this is just coming out of nowhere. Nah, like, I really work for everything that I got. Like, this place I'm in now, like, I wasn't here all the time. Like, I've been in Vegas for 1.5 years now. And like I said, I was just in the fucking hood. Like, when I left my brother's house, like, I was in the hood. Gunshots, police there every night, prostitutes, all that. But nobody knew, because when I was posting on social media, it was looking like, damn, Kenneth was doing his thing. But even though I was, because mentally I'm already successful, I'm already rich mentally. That's what you gotta believe in. That's what you gotta understand. You got everything that you want right now. It just has to manifest into reality. But a lot of us don't believe we got it. We believe we broke, or we believe whatever stereotypes people tell us about ourselves, we believe that. That's another thing with meditation. It helped me clear the blockages of what everybody told me, that anything that I took that I shouldn't have took. as far as how I act growing up, me being quiet, me being sheltered, me feeling some type of way about my teeth. Like that's how I overcame a lot of this stuff through meditation. And it really helped. I can't lie, like it really helped me. And I'm like saying like if I can do it, like I want the world to do this. Like I want the world to be meditating. My son Trayvon, like he meditate well, they just moved, but his class would meditate in school around the same time I was meditating. So I'm like, oh shit, like this is the world need to be on this. It shouldn't just be kids or certain people or how we think like it's just the guru people who fucking meditate. Like everybody should meditate. Like it helps tremendously. No matter what you think, like if you believe that meditation, if you anything you set your intentions about, like it's gonna come. Like I swear, like no matter what, it's gonna come. So like I said, my podcast won't be long, but thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you took notes about what I said about meditation. Hopefully you guys try meditating and comment on YouTube. Like y'all can finally comment on YouTube now because I'm putting this on YouTube. But I want everybody to learn how to meditate. I want people to at least try it. I don't want y'all don't have to do it. I'm not telling you to do it, but I at least want y'all to try it once. Go on YouTube and type in guided meditation for whatever you think is going on in your life. Type in that type of anything that you want to get over, like type in guided meditation for that situation, and it's something's gonna pop up. And lay down. You don't have to lay down. You can sit down, but don't drive. That's all I ask you. Don't drive and meditate. It's not gonna work because you usually gotta close your eyes when you meditate. But like I said, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you guys took something from this podcast episode. Hope you guys learned something. This episode is not gonna be how I wanted it to be, for the simple fact I'm doing this on YouTube for the first time. Like I'm not, what's the word? Like I didn't come fully prepared today, but either way, whatever I put out, I believe in it. I believe somebody's gonna take what they heard and they gonna go with it. So even if my podcast don't sound like it usually sound, I know somebody got a message from this. That's just how I believe. And one day the world is gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, damn, he was talking some real shit. No matter how he sounds, even if he was messing up. Because like I said, I didn't meditate before this podcast episode. But I do want to give a few shout outs to for a few people. Motherfucking Dale Earnhardt Jr. Those words you told me in the elevator, bro, like that shit was like inspiring. I know a lot of y'all don't even know who the fuck Dale Earnhardt Jr. is, but another person, motherfucking Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill gave me some encouraging words for the podcast, like, and I just been like, that's why I'm doing YouTube now, like putting this podcast on YouTube, because what those two dudes said, Jonah Hill and Dale Earnhardt Jr., bro. Nah, just lying. Them niggas, they say shit to me. I don't even know them niggas. I just lied. I don't give a fuck. But peace, we out.